Alaskan Bush People has captivated audiences with the Brown family's determination to thrive off the grid in the rugged Alaskan wilderness. Among the siblings, Noah Brown shines with his inventive spirit and deep dedication to his family. But behind the scenes, Noah has faced heartbreaking challenges that tested his strength and resilience. In this video, we'll uncover the trials that have shaped his journey and how he continues to persevere. First, let's explore the unique lifestyle that makes Alaskan Bush People so compelling. The Alaskan Bush People plot. Premiering on May 6, 2014, on the Discovery Channel, Alaskan Bush People is a reality television show about the Brown family's effort to live off the grid. In over 14 series seasons and 114 series episodes, the family's survival tactics have been continuously chronicled in the series, from the construction of homesteads to hunting and fishing in the face of the wilderness's unrelenting trials. Combining reality with scripted elements, the show's docudrama format has drawn in viewers fascinated by the Browns' unconventional way of life. Initially set in remote areas of Alaska Copper Center and Hoonah, the production later moved to Okanogan County, Washington, following significant events in the family's story. Early life of Noah Brown. Noah Brown, one of the show's prominent figures, was born on July 18, 1992, to Billy and Amy Brown. Raised in the wilderness alongside his 6 siblings, Noah grew up immersed in a lifestyle that required ingenuity and resilience. In Hoonah, Alaska, the family relied on self-sufficiency, adapting to an environment where survival depended on their ability to fish, hunt, and build shelters. These formative years instilled in Noah a deep respect for nature and a practical skill set that would become central to his identity. Though the Browns lived a non-traditional life, limiting their exposure to formal education, Noah and his brothers and sisters learned survival abilities through practical experience. The family prioritized practical knowledge over traditional schooling, equipping their children to navigate the challenges of isolation. Noah became particularly adept at problem-solving, earning a reputation for his adventurous and inventive spirit. During the program, Noah is sometimes shown to be thoughtful and resourceful, owing to his childhood in one of the most difficult imaginable settings. He faced the frigid temperatures of Alaskan winters, where securing food through hunting and fishing often became a race against time. The family's constant struggle to stockpile enough supplies for winter added stress to their lives, with periods of scarcity forcing them to ration resources carefully. During severe winters, the Browns would often remain indoors for extended periods, waiting for the weather to break so they could resume their survival efforts. In one notable instance, Noah recounted discovering a cache of supplies left by someone else, a rare stroke of luck that temporarily alleviated their food shortages. But such instances brought out the fragility of their position in the wilds. The debilitating cold and loneliness, moreover, would often have Noah in his shelter and would spend time just surviving the silence of the environment. Despite these hardships, the family's unwavering connection to one another became their strongest asset. Teamwork and cooperation were necessary for constructing shelters, for obtaining food, and tending to their homestead in such hard work. Still, the emotional toll of their rugged lifestyle weighed heavily on the family. Amy Brown's illness. The Browns' resilience was tested further when they faced an even greater challenge. Amy Brown's diagnosis with stage 3 non-small cell lung cancer in 2017. With a daunting survival rate of just 3%, the news was devastating. The family's commitment to their off-grid existence required them to handle this health crisis under difficult living circumstances. For Noah and his siblings, this period was marked by immense pressure as they balanced the demands of daily survival with the emotional toll of supporting their mother through her battle with cancer. Amy's disease forced on the family an array of repeated transportation for treatment, that resulted in the relocation of the family from their Alaskan home to Los Angeles. This transition brought its own set of challenges as they had to adjust to an unfamiliar environment while grappling with the fear of losing a loved one. Noah, with his siblings, increased their workload, from maintaining the homestead to the emotional care of Ami. Their father, Billy Brown, struggled deeply with helplessness as he watched his wife endure painful treatments, including chemotherapy and radiation. Despite the upheaval, the Browns' bond proved unshakable. The family leaned on one another, finding strength in their unity as they navigated this turbulent chapter of their lives. Noah and his siblings often rallied around Ami, offering care and companionship during her treatments. Their resilience and mutual support helped them weather the emotional and physical strain of her illness, underscoring the importance of their familial ties. However, after months of intensive treatment, Ami's cancer entered remission and provided a tremendous amount of comfort and happiness to the Brown family. This grueling win not only reinforced their bond, but also fostered a stronger sense of life and gratitude. Nevertheless, upon their return to their homestead in Washington state, however, new problems lay in wait for them, notably for Noah. Noah's challenges. One such challenge arose when Noah encountered a group of local hunters who accused him of using illegal traps to catch a game. They threatened to report him to authorities, a serious accusation that could lead to legal repercussions and jeopardize the family's way of life. Noah attempted to defuse the situation by explaining his practices and asserting his innocence, but his efforts were met with skepticism. This interaction exposed the fragility of life in a sparsely populated region, where limited resources can serve as a source of conflict. Responding to the conflict, Noah acted preemptively to preserve the status of his name and job. He installed surveillance cameras around his shelter to document his activities and prove his compliance with local hunting regulations. This decision showcased his resourcefulness and awareness of the need to maintain good relations with the local community, even in the face of accusations that threatened his family's way of life. The challenges of remote living didn't stop there. Living in close proximity to nature presented Noah with constant risks, including encounters with dangerous wildlife. On the harrowing experience on fishing nets near the homestead, Noah encountered a grizzly bear out of the blue. The accidental meeting quickly turned into a highly tense encounter in which the bear attacked him, resulting in him having a very damaging hand injury. Without easy access to medical aid, Noah used his survival skills to treat the wound on his own, performing crude surgery to prevent infection and facilitate his healing. This event highlights the inherent risks of off-the-grid living, where wildlife encounters are a daily occurrence and can become life-ending within a minute's time. Grizzly bears, being powerful and unpredictable, are dangerous opponents, and Noah's survival in such a confrontation is a testament to the adaptable and survival-focused coping mechanisms developed as a child. Growing up in a self-sufficient environment, he had been trained to think quickly and act decisively in emergencies, skills that were put to the ultimate test during this ordeal. The emotional aftermath of Noah's grizzly bear attack highlighted the psychological toll of living in the wilderness, where the constant threat of wildlife created a heightened sense of alertness and anxiety. This existential threat permeated the activities and daily choices of the entire Brown family, providing a constant reminder of the uncontrollable forces that lay just outside their house. However, Noah wasn't the only family member who faced challenges. His father, Billy Brown, also endured significant struggles throughout his life, including legal troubles and personal hardships. Billy Brown legal issues and death. Billy Brown, the most famous family patriarch in the Alaskan Bush People, had a tangled history with the law that started in 1980 when he got caught stealing a horse in El Paso, Texas. Billy was 27 at the time and was planning to emigrate to Mexico with his then-girlfriend Amy Brown, who was 15. The arrest came after Billy and an accomplice tried to steal the horse while already on the run for bad check offenses. Billy's plea of guilty led to a year of probation, which marked the beginning of a turbulent trajectory of litigation. His most notable legal troubles came decades later, in 2016, when allegations of fraud related to Alaska's Permanent Fund Dividend, PFD, surfaced. Billy and other family members were charged with misrepresenting their residency status to receive benefits they did not deserve. Over 4 years, they put nearly $26,000 in dividend payments into their pockets while living far from Alaska. The family was also brought before the court on 60 counts of unsworn false statements and theft, which threatened their image as self-sufficient Alaskans. In November 2015, Billy and his son, Joshua Bam Bam Brown, accepted a plea deal, taking responsibility for their actions. They were sentenced to 30 days in jail and required to perform community service. In a statement following the sentencing, Billy expressed regret, explaining that their unconventional lifestyle often involved extensive travel, which led to oversight in maintaining accurate residency records. He admitted to filing for benefits without confirming their eligibility and accepted full responsibility for the fraud. Tragically, Billy Brown passed away on February 7, 2021, at the age of 68, after suffering a seizure at his home in Washington state. His son, Bear Brown, announced the news in an emotional Instagram post, describing Billy as the family's best friend and a wonderful and loving dad. Bear reflected on his father's legacy, stating, "He lived his life on his terms, off the grid and the land, and taught us to live like that as well." These words resonated deeply with fans who had followed the Brown family's journey since Alaskan Bush People premiered in 2014. Billy Brown's death marked a profound loss for both his family and the audience of Alaskan Bush People, especially given his larger-than-life persona as a rugged survivalist deeply connected to nature. His death brought decades of struggle for the family, comprising Amy Brown's lung cancer, and marked the end of an era in the Browns' life. Despite the grief, the family vowed to honor Billy's legacy by continuing the lifestyle he had instilled in them, living off the land and embracing their unique, self-sufficient way of life. This resilience represented the Brown family's strong will, even in the wake of profound grief and hardship. The impact of Billy's death reverberated deeply through the family. Snowbird Brown, in interviews following his passing, spoke about how dramatically life had changed for them, expressing that they were unprepared for his departure and felt lost without his guidance. Alongside their emotional struggles, the family also faced the practical challenge of adjusting to life without Billy while trying to maintain their homestead and continue filming for the show. Discovery Channel also expressed its farewell to Billy's death as a trailblazer and has dedicated an upcoming season to explore the view on the life and work of Billy and its impact on his family and viewers. Unfortunately, Billy Brown's death left his legal challenges still hanging over his accomplishments. Investor Robert Mohan filed suit against Billy, alleging Billy had breached a contract concerning profits in Alaskan Bush People and others, etc. Mohan claimed to have deposited $20,000 to get a percentage of profits, yet he never got any payment, so now he wants $500,000 from Billy's estate. Amy Brown, Billy's widow, and his estate's attorney opposed the lawsuit, stating that Mohan waited to file suit until after Billy had died. She pointed out that the estate had insufficient funds due to outstanding medical bills and other financial obligations, highlighting the ongoing complexities for the family after Billy's passing. Matt Brown's allegations. The fallout from these legal issues extended beyond penalties, influencing public perception of the family and the show. In addition to these struggles, Matt Brown, Billy and Amy's eldest son, made shocking allegations about the family's past, particularly regarding drug use and the involvement of the show's production team. Matt alleged that the production crew provided his parents with substances like cocaine, expressing concerns over a pattern where he felt pressured to portray a lifestyle he believed was not accurate. He suggested that this contributed significantly to his addiction struggles, eventually leading him to seek rehabilitation at the Betty Ford Center. During his recovery, Matt came to realize that the pressures from both his family and the show were detrimental to his mental health, forcing him to lie about their actual way of life. Matt's allegations pointed to a troubling dynamic between the family and the show's production team. He expressed feeling manipulated and bullied, claiming the producers painted him as crazy when he tried to voice concerns about their lifestyle. This manipulation affected not only his mental health, but also strained his relationships with his family, leading to estrangement from many of them. The impact of these revelations on Matt's relationship with his family was profound. He described feeling isolated and unsupported by his siblings, who dismissed his struggles as mental health issues instead of acknowledging the serious allegations he raised. Matt's claims of being forced to keep family secrets further complicated his relationships with his parents and siblings, leading to feelings of resentment and betrayal. In addition to the drug-related issues, Matt faced personal challenges, including struggles with alcohol and sexual assault allegations. In 2020, he was accused of sexual assault by 2 women, which he attributed to being intoxicated at the time. Although these allegations did not lead to criminal charges, they added another layer of complexity to Matt's tumultuous life. In the wake of his struggles and revelations, Matt Brown sought to distance himself from the family dynamics portrayed by Alaskan Bush People. He focused on achieving sobriety and rebuilding his life outside the reality television spotlight. By 2021, Matt celebrated 3 years of sobriety and expressed a desire to move forward positively, addressing the deep-seated issues that had plagued him for years. Despite the challenges he faced within his family and the reality show environment, Matt remained vocal about his experiences. His willingness to share these difficult truths served as both a catharsis for him and a means of providing insight into the complexities of life behind the scenes of the Alaskan Bush People. Bear Brown Challenges. Turning to another beloved figure in the series, Bear Brown, born Solomon Isaiah Freedom Brown on June 10, 1987, is a central character in Alaskan Bush People. As the second eldest son of Billy and Ami Brown, Bear quickly became a fan favorite due to his charismatic personality and adventurous exploits in the Alaskan wilderness. Often portrayed as the wild child, Bear engaged in outdoor activities like building structures from natural materials and hunting with his brothers, showcasing his deep connection to nature. His rugged individualism and strong sense of humor brought comic relief amidst the family's struggles, making him an endearing presence on the show. However, Bear's life and character took a more complex turn as he faced personal challenges and tragedies. On March 11, 2022, Bear was arrested in Okanogan County, Washington, on charges of 4th-degree domestic violence involving his then-wife, Raven Adams. The altercation reportedly occurred during an argument as they were moving into a camping trailer, with Bear allegedly attempting to take Raven's phone and physically restraining her. Raven claimed that Bear intended to prevent her from contacting her stepfather for help while she was on FaceTime during the argument. While police noted there were no visible signs of strangulation or choking, Raven did have a scratch on her finger. Bear denied the allegations, stating he only tried to grab the phone after Raven accused him to her family. Despite his denial, Bear was arrested and spent the weekend in jail before being released without bail on March 13, 2022. In April 2022, Bear entered a plea deal, agreeing to maintain a clean record and possibly complete community service to avoid further legal consequences. The plea deal allowed him to move forward without facing jail time or additional charges, as long as he adhered to the court's conditions. Bear Brown's legal troubles have significantly impacted his relationships, particularly with his family, and have contributed to the complexities surrounding his public image. The domestic violence incident and previous restraining orders filed by Raven in 2020 highlighted a tumultuous period in their relationship. Despite the orders being dropped before the birth of their son, the allegations pointed to a deeper history of conflict, complicating Bear's portrayal of the Alaskan Bush People. Raven, seeking privacy, expressed her desire for support and healing, while also emphasizing the importance of doing what was best for her family, despite the turmoil they were facing. The domestic violence incident further fueled speculation about Bear's behavior and its effect on his family dynamics. Palmer Mountain wildfire. Bear's personal challenges were compounded by the devastating Palmer Mountain wildfire in August 2020. The fire, which engulfed approximately 17,880 acres in Okanogan County, Washington, severely impacted the Brown family, who had been residing in the area. The wildfire was exacerbated by dry conditions and high winds, making it difficult for firefighting crews to contain. It led to widespread evacuations and over $3.6 million in firefighting costs. Bear confirmed via social media that their home had been severely affected, and the destruction forced them to evacuate, losing much of their infrastructure and cherished belongings. In the aftermath, the Browns faced uncertainty about their future and how they would rebuild their lives. They called for assistance not only for themselves, but also for others affected by the fire. Their appeal for support resonated with viewers and highlighted the broader impact of natural disasters on communities. At the same time, the wildfire exposed the ongoing tensions between the Browns and local residents, some of whom had expressed frustration with the filming of Alaskan Bush People in the area. Conflicts with neighbors, including incidents like fireworks being shot at a helicopter filming near their property, further complicated the family's standing in the community. Despite the immense challenges faced by the Brown family, they found a silver lining in the support they received from their community and fans during and after the devastating wildfire. As their lives were uprooted, the Brown family's call for assistance was met with an outpouring of goodwill, with many expressing appreciation for their efforts to help others in need, even while grappling with their own personal and material losses. This collective sense of solidarity highlighted the resilience of the family and the strong bond they had with their audience, who stood by them in the face of adversity. Noah and his wife leaving their home. However, the wildfire's impact on the family was far more extensive than initially apparent. After the fire destroyed their home and nearly all of their possessions, the Browns were forced to evacuate in haste. The trauma of losing everything was particularly hard on Noah and his wife, Rain, who were left with nothing. In an emotional Instagram post, Noah explained the difficulty of the situation, stating that they could not immediately rebuild due to the severity of the destruction. Rain and I personally lost everything in the Palmer Mountain wildfire, so we are in a rental house until we can rebuild what we lost, he shared. This devastating loss led Noah and Rain to seek more stable living arrangements, marking a painful chapter in their journey. Noah made it clear that their decision to leave North Star Ranch was not driven by any family drama or conflicts with his siblings, but rather by the practical necessity of starting over after the fire. While the couple would always consider North Star Ranch their home, the wildfire's aftermath forced them to move temporarily to secure a more stable and safe environment for their growing family. They chose to rent a house as a means of providing better safety and stability for themselves and their young son Elijah, ensuring that they could rebuild their lives without the immediate pressure of the wilderness. Throughout this difficult period, Noah remained deeply grateful for the support he and Rain received from their fans. He reassured them that despite their physical absence from the homestead, their connection to the land and their family remained unbroken. In his social media posts, Noah expressed hope and optimism, emphasizing that they were still committed to rebuilding their lives and maintaining their ties with the family, no matter where they were living. This reassurance offered a sense of continuity for fans who had followed their journey for years. While Noah and Rain had left North Star Ranch temporarily, their plans for the future remained closely tied to Alaska. Noah expressed an interest in periodically returning to Alaska, even mentioning the possibility of purchasing an island where they could eventually retire. This future vision reflected his desire to honor and preserve his family's legacy while also adapting to new circumstances that allowed them to maintain stability and safety. Noah and Rain's first child. Noah and Rain's life took another joyful turn when they announced that they were expecting their first child in November 2018, just 3 months after their wedding on August 15th of the same year. Sharing the exciting news exclusively with People magazine, the couple revealed their excitement about the new chapter in their lives. Noah described their approach to family planning as natural, saying, "We didn't try and we didn't try. We figured that we'd just kind of let God and nature take their course, and we ended up pregnant." The announcement was met with immense joy, especially from Noah's mother, Ami Brown, who had just completed a battle with lung cancer. When Ami learned she would be becoming a grandmother for the first time, her reaction was one of overwhelming emotion, as she cried tears of happiness at the news. The announcement of Noah and Rain's pregnancy also sparked a strong protective instinct in Noah's brothers, who became particularly concerned about Rain's well-being during her pregnancy. Rain humorously recalled how the brothers fussed over her, constantly asking if she needed breaks or help with lifting things, which showcased the tight-knit and caring dynamic within the Brown family. Their close relationships with one another were evident as they navigated this new chapter in their lives, offering support and love in abundance. As the couple prepared for parenthood, Noah embraced the role of a devoted husband and father-to-be with excitement and determination. He expressed his joy in building items for their baby, including a cradle and a rattle, demonstrating his desire to create a special, meaningful environment for their child. He shared that he wanted to ensure their home reflected their values, hard work, and commitment to family. Rain echoed this sentiment, stressing the importance of maintaining an active lifestyle during her pregnancy, despite the challenges of early morning sickness. Her resilience was a testament to the couple's shared vision for their family and their future. The couple's thoughtful approach to parenthood extended beyond their immediate preparations. They shared that even before their wedding, they had discussed the prospect of having 3 children and had already chosen names for both boys and girls, ensuring they were ready for whatever the future held. This proactive and loving mindset reflected their deep commitment to one another and their shared journey into parenthood, showcasing their readiness for the responsibilities that awaited them. On February 26, 2019, Noah and Rain welcomed their first child, a son named Elijah Connor Brown. He was born early in the morning, weighing 7 pounds and 5 ounces and measuring 20 inches long. The couple announced Elijah's arrival through People, overflowing with joy and gratitude for his health. In his announcement, Noah expressed admiration for Rain, describing her as a wonderful mother already and marveling at her strength throughout the childbirth process. The birth of Elijah not only marked a monumental milestone for Noah and Rain, but also for the entire Brown family, as he became the first grandchild of Billy and Amy Brown. Billy in particular shared his excitement with a statement saying, "The day is finally here. We're grandparents. Amy is over the moon." This new arrival brought much-needed joy to the family, renewing their spirits after the many hardships they had faced in recent years. While the birth of Elijah was a new beginning for Noah and Rain, it was also a reminder of how much family meant to them. It symbolized a continuation of the legacy of love, perseverance, and devotion that had been passed down through the generations. Noah's first girlfriend. Noah's personal journey also included a past relationship with a girl named Christy, which began during the early seasons of Alaskan Bush People. As the youngest brother in the Brown family, Noah was portrayed as sensitive and introspective, and his approach to relationships was markedly different from that of his siblings. He believed that a formal relationship should begin with a letter, feeling that writing allowed him to express his feelings in a more meaningful and profound way. When you write a letter, somehow you put a little of your soul in that letter, he once shared, highlighting his romantic nature and desire for deep, authentic connections. After writing Christy a heartfelt letter, Noah invited her out for their first date in Hoonah, Alaska. They shared milkshakes, and although their conversation was light and playful, there was an underlying awkwardness typical of young love. At one point, Noah nervously suggested they meet his mother, Amy, which he viewed as a significant step in their relationship. For Noah, introducing Christy to his family was more than just a casual meet and greet. It was a pivotal moment in the progression from dating to courting, a step he believed should ultimately lead to marriage. The dynamics of Noah's relationship with Christy were innocent and filled with youthful exploration. But their second date took an awkward turn when they met Amy. During this encounter, Amy asked Christy if she liked children, a question that added an uncomfortable layer to their interaction. The pressure of meeting family members so early in the relationship seemed to contribute to the tension between Noah and Christy, highlighting the complexities of balancing family expectations with the natural development of a romantic relationship. Despite the initial excitement, it became clear after their second date that things were not working out between Noah and Christy. In a heart-to-heart conversation with his father, Billy Brown, Noah expressed his confusion and disappointment over the breakup. Reflecting on the pain of unrequited feelings, he poignantly remarked, "For a while, I think the only heart I'm going to have is the one on my shelf," referencing preserved dear hearts he had kept. This moment revealed Noah's vulnerability and emotional depth as he processed the end of his first serious relationship, offering him valuable lessons about love and personal growth. Although the breakup was painful at the time, it served as a formative experience for Noah, highlighting his sensitivity and emotional nature. In subsequent seasons of Alaskan Bush People, viewers witnessed Noah's maturity as he navigated future relationships, eventually finding lasting love with Rain Alicia. His journey from his first romantic experience with Christy to his eventual marriage marked significant personal development and resilience, showing how Noah learned to maintain his authentic self while navigating the complexities of love. Alaskan Bush People Reviews. Meanwhile, Alaskan Bush People itself, despite its portrayal of the Brown family's life in the Alaskan wilderness, has received mixed reviews from both critics and audiences. The series holds a 6 out of 10 rating on IMDb, with many fans appreciating the family's resilience and lifestyle choices. However, some viewers and Alaskans have criticized the show for its perceived lack of authenticity, citing instances that suggest the portrayal of Alaskan life might be staged or dramatized for entertainment purposes. The show has contributed to popular perceptions of rural living and survivalism in America, highlighting themes of family unity, independence, and resilience against nature's challenges. However, it also raises questions about the accuracy of such portrayals and the influence reality television has on public understanding of life in remote areas. What are your thoughts on the Alaskan Bush People? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments.